Hi friends, strangers, internet. My name is EmilyHanhan. I love colorful makeup and colorful language. Deep breath. Let's get ready together. And I'm going to talk about some life update kind of stuff, along with talking about kind of living life at a different pace. Yeah. If you like colorful makeup, if you like bitches with lots of opinions, or if you like cute fat babes in general, I would love for you to subscribe. And let's just get into it. So how are you doing? How is everyone holding up? It's been a rough couple of months. I wanted to check in with y'all and give you some updates, and as I said, kind of just talk about the things that I'm working through when it comes to productivity culture. For my patrons and my members, I shared the saga of what happened last weekend. I am still going through that. So basically, not only am I in an apartment where there is a ton of construction happening that I was not aware of, like still in the building, meaning like 5 to 6 days a week. I would say anywhere from 4 to 6 hours a day. I guess sometimes up to 8 hours. And I can hear it more or less all of the time that they're doing the construction. And not only can I hear it, but, you know, if I film a video, you would hear it. If I have a Zoom call for any kind of work thing, you would hear it. You hear it. And I've been trying to figure out what to do about it, because basically, the options are not ideal. The options are, don't lose any of my money and move to a space that does not have the amenities that I need, or basically lose the money for the next month of this apartment, and book somewhere else and book it last minute and pay those prices and just hope that that the money lost will come back. And I'm trying to have more faith in me and the universe and everything when it comes to these situations, but it's not easy. So that's what I've been dealing with, and it's definitely affected the amount I can or want to film. And you know, it ruins the whole, like, oh, this apartment has, you know, beautiful sunlight. Oh wait, I can't film during the daytime because that's when they're doing construction. And then last weekend, there was some apartment-based flooding because of my washer and dryer, which is still not working because of things. So yeah, that was like basically it's just fully occupied a lot of my brain. And I've actually had a couple of different freelance projects that I've been working on that have also occupied a decent amount of my time. And I'm like, yay, great, I'm getting paid. Although, you know, in the grand scheme of capitalism, when I look at the time and investment. I'm like, has it been worth it? I don't know. But that's also kind of part of the discussion for later. So yeah, that's what's, and like, I feel like this past week I've just physically and mentally recovered from what happened. I've been dealing with basically like maintenance just showing up when they want to look at the situation. So I've also kind of felt trapped in the apartment even while there's construction happening. And you know, I did a lot of research before picking this place. I've used Airbnb a lot. I know it's fucked up in a lot of different ways. And I know, like, you know, I kind of understood the risk. So it's just been very stressful. And doing research on other places that are available and price points and what their amenities are has taken up so much of my brain space. And yeah, and then so has work related stuff. And I'm very thankful for the work related stuff, that's for sure. But I'm just in a very, like, I'm just feeling a little bit like I'm in a rock and a hard space in between the middle. Yeah, that's the phrase. In between a rock and a hard space. Yeah, that's it. Okay. But yeah, so I feel like I'm in that space, literally in it. Also, I've been playing around with putting highlighter under my eyes, and I don't hate it. I think it works for different highlighter colors better than others. I'm not sure if Terra Moon Lunar Spectrum was the choice, but I made the choice, so that's done. That's how I have been lately, which means, like, you know, things could be better. I have a bad habit of like feeling regret. And I say it's a bad habit because I don't. It's a bad habit because I don't want to feel regret for decisions I made, because I have a tendency to, you know, not make decisions, to be risk averse, and to kind of stay in comfortable spaces. And I know that's not like just unique to me, but so I'm not feeling regret for decisions I made in terms of moving, but rather that I have learned from it, and I'm, you know, still learning from it. But yeah, it's just been it has been a hard 2 months now, because the construction was basically there from the beginning. I just took my sweet time kind of speaking up for my needs, which is, again, something I'm learning to get better about. I'm learning to get better about speaking up for my needs before it gets this bad. So, that was weird. And I definitely just felt a, like, phantom cold water droplet hit, like, back here. And I'm trying to move forward from that because that was weird. But yeah. So that's where I've been. And you know, in my Patreon post, like, I talked about not being able to post to YouTube much. And, you know, people are so kind and all of that. And I understand that whole, like, take care of yourself thing. Don't worry about YouTube. But the thing that one of the things I'm struggling with is like, yeah, but it is work, but it's work that I enjoy. It's work that I have some level of control over, some level of control. And it's work that's my creative outlet. And so to sacrifice all of that for, the apartment stressors and other work. Oh. I'm a shaky baby today. A noise that I expected to happen happened, but I forgot that I was expecting it to happen. That is the noise of pineapple juice unthawing so that I can make a frozen pineapple mango margarita for New Makeup Nonsense, which I'm filming after this. That's what I was saying. Okay. The thing is that with everything going on with the building and all of that, it's not like this last week I've had even that much time to just like do enjoyable stuff. And I feel that way like a lot. Like one of my dear friends has been really, really lovely about checking in and being like, have you explored? Have you whatever? Not that I have to be like, not that I have to go do things, but as a friendly reminder that like, kind of you are in a new space, and just because I do have a like time and all of that. Time is a hard thing for me. I tend to, like lose track. Like things can feel so slow and yet so fast at the same time. So yeah, time will go by and I'm like, oh, it's been 2 months. Okay, that happened. I repositioned the camera a little bit and got a little bit comfier on my bed. So I'm going to do a look featuring all Divina shadows. This is 3 candy exploders and 3 of the, I think they were the Star Chasers. They're the newer release. Not the newest release from Divina, but a newer release. I'll have the names in the description box because I don't remember them all. I did a pastel rainbow look a couple of days ago, and I really liked it, and I thought I would recreate it, even though I don't do that often. But I think we're going to change up the lip this time. So yeah, basically I feel like I have done a whole lot of working and dealing with stuff related to being an adult, and I haven't, my nose highlight's so strong. I haven't really been able to enjoy, and this is not a vacation. So it's not what I was expecting, but I was hoping for, a little less stress was kind of a goal with moving. So, if this had all happened in New York, the stress would be basically unbearable. So there's that. I'm trying to see the positive. So the other part that I wanted to talk about related to all of this, and even before all of this happened, is something I've really been struggling with, like for years now, although it's reared its ugly head a lot lately, is comparing myself to other people, to friends, to people that I love, and strangers, when it comes to basically the ability, the capacity, and the speed in which what I can take on in my life. And lately, my jealousy monster, which is a strong motherfucker, has been wreaking havoc on my brain. And it's been seeping out of just my brain in a way that I really I'm working on, because I really don't like it. And part of that is the jealousy that I have towards people that they just can do more. Their body moves faster, their brain works different, they have different resources available to them, they have different experiences, all of these things. And it's just been really hard to reckon with all of it. There's so much I do want to do. And I'm also a person that I have no problem doing nothing. And I will oftentimes prioritize quote unquote doing nothing over other things. But also, for me and my ADHD brain, I'm going to say it's rare that I'm actually doing nothing. Because I will sit here and say I'm doing nothing and spend the whole time telling my brain, you're doing nothing. You're this, you're that. And the this and the that are not nice things. FYI. to be clear, they are not nice. So it's extra not fun, because it's not rest. Because if it was rest, I would feel restorative afterwards. But because of the way my brain runs, it's not really, it's not like that. But beyond that, I have just struggled with it so much. And I had a realization, I'm gonna say, probably early on during the panini, and maybe before that even. And that was, so I'm a freelancer, which in general means I am tracking my hours. Now, I can be working on something in a project basis, but lately I've been trying, even if that's the case, to track my hours so I can get a better sense of how long things take me, so, I can bill better, book better, all that good shit. And so, for me, tracking my hours is also it's one of the reasons why freelance is not really my dream situation, because I can sit there and see, I could technically add up how long I've been working in a week. The problem is that, well, for me, I don't feel like I can, billable hours does not include when I'm distracted because of ADHD, when I stop to get up and use the bathroom, and then half an hour later I had a lunch break, or it doesn't account for distractions, basically. It doesn't account for breaks either, because that's not how it works. That's not how you get paid. Unless that's specifically in your kind of contract, that's not what it seems like how it works. And if you're a freelancer and you do it different, let me know. And maybe this is give me advice on how to be a freelancer better. But yeah, I just feel, I did end up doing a lot of that blue. Okay. When I did the look, the other day, I did a spot of the blue purple underneath my eye, but that's because I didn't put so much of it up here. So I'm gonna not do that this time. I might actually put a spot of the green blue down there because I feel like that is just blending together in a pretty way, but in a way that I wasn't planning for. So anyway, yeah, I have this struggle, and I think in the long run, I don't want a job where I actually have to track those hours, because it feels detrimental to my mental health. Like, it doesn't feel good, and it's hard to look at those numbers. And even if I'm not sitting there like totaling everything up, because I wouldn't necessarily go in and like total the 3 freelance jobs I have up to see how much I've worked this week. But I do look at it and I do think about it. And like, one of my gigs is much more dependable, and I have a certain max hours that I work, and it's always, I almost always get to that point. It's just really hard because it goes right into that brain set of like, you're not being productive, you're not getting enough done, all of this. And here's the thing is, I want to, like I said, with YouTube, with personal stuff, all of that, I want to be doing those things. But that's not how I'm able to. Like, I'm not able to right now. And I'm trying to come to grips of like, that just might not ever be my reality. And I've always known that like, in some way I work at a different pace just because of my body size. Like, I'm a slow walker. I'm a slow, like, my fatness makes a difference for me. This is not the case for all fat people. I'm not speaking for all fat people. I guess for the time that I worked, full-time and didn't have that many other choices, I was just working at that pace. And the reality is that I wasn't doing a lot extra then either. Like, people that could literally go out after work, like go out and people after work, I don't understand that. There were definitely lots of weekends where I did nothing. I depression slept or ate grocery shopping, going and doing errands, doing laundry, or even calling a laundromat to pick up my clothes and drop them off. What is that? The last, year to 2 years of my life, I've just really been like realizing and struggling to accept that about me. And I am the person that's like, fuck productivity culture. Like, I don't dream of work. I don't, dream of that kind of labor, or honestly any labor for myself, to be honest. But I don't, but it's so ingrained in us, in my opinion. Capitalism culture, not even culture, capitalism is so ingrained that it's really hard to break through that. And it's like, I am fat, neurodivergent, depressed, queer, other things that make a difference too. But but I think those are the things that are truly like impactful. Those are things that impact the way in which I move through the world. And I really have to consciously do work to stop my brain from beating me up about it. Well, yes, my wings are different. Yes, they do bother me as well. No, I'm not going to fix them. Because I don't know how to. And let's normalize 2 different wings on your face. Ooh, I like this version of this look. So, this is the finished look. You have a bronzy, pastel, rainbow, vampy mix. It's a look. I'm feeling myself, I have to say. And I will, of course, have all of the products that I used listed down below and linked. And if they are starred, they are an affiliate link. So if you are interested, it will be there for you. But I think I wanted to just end off with a couple of last thoughts. I am very well aware of the pace in which I am able to live my life is different from a lot of people. And I am I'm constantly in this acceptance phase, trying to accept phase, I should say, actually. And I think I'm just trying to really find a balance, because the thing that's very frustrating for me is that I don't feel like I get the things that I am most satisfied by done. I don't prioritize those things because capitalism. And the entire panini, all of 2020 into 2021 has been, I think one of the big points of this is that this time has given me the time to understand that part of myself better, along with many other things that I've understood. And I am cheering up, and I'm trying not to ruin the makeup more than anything. But the last year and a half, going on 2 years now, how it is in my head at least, I have realized that, like, I don't have to live my life at a pace that everyone else lives at, and that's okay. And that's the life I'm trying to build for myself. But the struggle of not constantly judging myself against others, including people I love and adore, and not feeling a level of jealousy over the body other people are in, the brain other people have. It's been really hard, and I feel like lately it's just been a really hard year. Last couple of months, specifically last couple of weeks, dealing with that and trying to accept it. And I don't want these feelings, the jealousy, the competitiveness, really the jealousy, to spill into relationships and damage them, because it's not their fault. It's no one's fault. that we work at different paces. But I gotta get my shit together. And there's been so much that has been not under my control that has encouraged me to slip back into this bad brain space that I want to work on. So I hope you enjoyed this Get Ready With Me. Just know that if you're feeling the pressures of capitalism, the pressures of productivity culture, and they are making you feel bad, you don't owe anyone productivity. You don't owe anyone work. Work does not make you more worthy of love or respect or more important in this world. If nothing else, I hope that little reminder helped. And if you enjoyed this video, if you have not been around for any of my chatty Get Ready With Me's with a side of emotion, welcome. And if you made it this far, I would love for you to subscribe, leave me a thumbs up, perhaps drop a comment, tell me how you're doing. If you've been struggling with something, if you need to let something out, you can use that space. I would say it's a safe space. I can't control the trolls, but I will do my best to keep it as safe as we can. This community is amazing, so I'm not really worried about that. But a reminder for you and for me to take care of yourself better today than you did yesterday, because you are worth it. Bye, friends.